Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be sharing my chin chin recipe. This is the best chin chin you ever taste. Crunchy on the outside, soft on the inside, very sweet. Not sugary sweet though, milky sweet. I know you enjoyed this video and you will save it because Christmas is around the corner and there was a chin chin. So I hope you enjoyed this. Keep watching. So for our chin chin, we'll be using some granulated white sugar, some full cream liquid milk, some flour, room temperature eggs, powdered milk flavor. Then I'll also be using cinnamon powder and nutmeg for flavor. I grated the seeded nutmeg for that. I also have some salt and baking powder, and then I have vegetable oil for frying and about 250 grams of margarine. You can also use butter. The full list of ingredients and accurate measurements will be in the description box. So now we'll go ahead and mix our dry ingredients. I'll start with the flour and then I'll go in with the milk powder, milk flavor powder, and then I'll go in with my nutmeg and cinnamon, and then baking powder, and then I'll also go ahead and add some salt, just very little of that, and then I'll mix everything till it is thoroughly combined. And once that is mixed properly, I'll set that aside. Next, we'll be mixing our liquid ingredients. I added the full cream liquid milk first, and then I'll be adding my sugar, and next I'll be adding the eggs, about 4 of that. And once I've added that, I'm going to use my spoon and mixing thoroughly, and also beat the eggs into the sugar and the milk mixture. This is advisable so the sugar is well dissolved and it does not just stick to your flour when you add the dry ingredients. So you're going to mix this thoroughly and vigorously and then set it aside to dissolve. Then to my flour, I'll be adding the margarine. To our dry ingredients mix, I'll be adding the margarine and mix everything till it is thoroughly combined and crumbly, just like garlic. Then we'll be adding our liquid ingredients, that's the milk, the sugar and the eggs, and we're going to mix everything in thoroughly. I don't like adding water to my chin chin because these measurements are perfect. If you need water, just add very little, but actually if you follow these exact measurements, you don't need water. I'll go ahead and mix everything in thoroughly till it is thoroughly combined. Just mix. You don't need to knead it too much, just mix it till all the dry ingredients is well incorporated into the dough. So that's just what I'm going to do here. You don't need a lot of arm workouts, just knead, and once it is combined, it might look sticky at first, but please don't add flour or don't add any of that, and just knead it. Once we are done mixing and everything is thoroughly combined, we're going to roll our chin chin dough into a ball, and then we're going to cover that and set it aside to rest. Then I'll go ahead now and add some oil to our frying pan, and we're going to preheat that. Now our dough has rested and the gluten has formed, and once you press it, it will bounce back just like that. So I'm going to flour a table and also my rolling pin, just flour it lightly, and I'll just take a section of the chin chin and I'll roll it out just like this. Turn over the other side and also roll it till it is flat, about an inch flat, and then I'll go ahead to, these are the tools I'll be using to cut. I'll be using a pizza cutter and then a cake scraper. You will see what I'll use a cake scraper for later. So I'm going to go ahead now and slice this flattened dough. Please, my hand is not straight, make your own straight. So we are just going to cut it horizontally, and then we're also going to cut it vertically, just to have small dough balls that we're going to fry in our hot oil and have our amazing chin chin. Please don't cut it too big. Once this thing enters into oil, it will swell up. So just cut it not too tiny but not too big. Don't be like me. So we are just going to slice that up, and don't bother even if it's joining together or combining. we're going to use one of the chin chin dough to test how hot the oil is, and then I'll use my cake scraper to scrape everything. Don't bother that it is coming together, just add it to the oil, everything will separate. Use your spoon and just turn it and everything will separate. Easy peasy. Honestly, making chin chin is not difficult and stressful as it used to be those days when we cut with knives and all of that. Just add your already cut chin chin into the hot oil, separate it, and please fry on medium heat. Don't fry on very low heat, else it will soak oil, and if you fry on very high heat it will just get burnt and very fast, and your chin chin will not cook evenly. So I'm just going to separate that and go ahead and fry till our chin chin is ready. So just, and please try as much as possible not to overcrowd your frying pan. That's why I'm using a wide frying pan. If your pan is not this wide, please fry in small batches. If you pack too much chin chin into this oil, it will just soak oil and form one big dough. So while that is frying, we are going to go ahead and roll out another batch, flour the surface just lightly, and then I'm going to roll out our chin chin and slice it. If you pack too much flour on your table or your surface or your counter, the chin chin will enter inside oil and start bubbling. Too much excess flour is not good. So if you follow my exact measurements, your dough will turn out good and it will not stick to your table. So you just need to lightly flour it. And once I'm done slicing this and cutting it into shape, we are going to check back on our chin chin that has been frying, and it is ready, golden brown, just like this. As it's cooling, it will be getting darker, so you don't want it to be too brown. Scoop it out of the fire and take out everything entirely, even the residues at the bottom of the pan, because we don't want our fresh chin chin batch to stick to that. So that's also what I removed, and then I added the chin chin that I just cut, separated everything, and then I'll be adding some more, not too much to overcrowd the pan, just enough to fry in this pan. And we are going to repeat the same process all over again and allow it to fry. And once this batch gets golden brown just like this, you are going to scoop it out and then repeat the same process again. Remove all the residue from the oil and then add our freshly cut chin chin. So I'll just repeat the same thing till I've exhausted all of my chin chin dough. So I'll just leave you to watch the process. Chin chin is very easy to make. Just follow my exact recipe and measurements and it will come out good. And please don't skip cinnamon powder. I don't know why some people don't use it a lot. Cinnamon gives that oomph to your chin chin, like it's very amazing. Use cinnamon powder, combine it with nutmeg powder, and use full cream milk. There is no way anybody will eat your chin chin and not come back again. And please use very little sugar, not too much sugar. So this is our chin chin. It is looking nice. I got more than this. These are just the ones I took the pictures of. I hope you enjoyed this recipe and you give it a trial. See you in my next one. Bye.